One more win. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 59 degrees. Your high today, 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 6:02. The Indiana Pacers are now up 3-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
He hands it to Siakam. Siakam drives and kicks. Turner wide open, near corner, and he hit a three. The Pacers have bridged the second and third quarters with a 12-point run. Timeout, New York.
One of 13 three-pointers that the Pacers knocked down. Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Final scored Gainbridge Fieldhouse 130-121. Tyrese Halliburton, a triple-double, 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 15 assists.
Yeah, I was just trying to be aggressive, man. Just trying to play my best. I felt like I let the team down in Game 3. Felt like I could have been so much better. So I felt like I responded the right way today.
Game 5 tomorrow in New York. The Pacers have a chance to close out the series and punch their ticket to the NBA Finals. Two different approaches to Pacers fanaticism. Chris Davis reports on one that's against the law.
Hans Perez and family arrive at Gainbridge Fieldhouse for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
I could have never imagined this welcome. I have Boomer here. I have all these fire trucks. I have Briggs here. I have the Pacemates here.
Perez is a New York City firefighter who took heat for his love of Indiana's team last week in NYC and was Tyrese Halliburton's special guest. But Saturday night, a Pacers fan from Carmel was arrested and charged with stabbing two Knicks fans at a pub in Carmel after some smack talk and after he was bounced. Police say Jarrett Funk now faces several felonies and could learn a lesson in Hoosier hospitality from the way Halliburton did it. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gunshots on the east side early this morning about 3:30. The cops were called to South Gladstone Avenue right by East Washington Street. There they found a man or a young juvenile that was shot dead. And they're still looking into this. They have not confirmed, to clarify, they have not confirmed whether this person is a man or a juvenile. We'll get more information on that. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. You have traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Hammer and Nigel here for Window Nation. Summer's here. So are the rising temperatures. Before you know it, you're going to be wondering what else you can do to keep cool during these hot days of summer. Beat the heat and keep the AC in your home with Window Nation's energy-efficient vinyl windows. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows for free during their big, awesome semi-annual sale and a free entry door when you purchase a house of windows. Plus, no money down, no interest, no monthly payments until 2027. Get this deal, lock it in right now, but you have to say Hammer and Nigel sent you. You don't get the deal unless you say Hammer and Nigel sent you. The big semi-annual sale from Window Nation. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows for free, a free entry door when you purchase a house of windows. You don't pay anything until 2027. Schedule that free estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
All right, guys, I'm looking at these cameras on the south side. It's I-65 between the South Split and 465 where they're adding a travel lane, and that means lane restrictions on I-65 in this area until late next year. And right now it's looking okay. This is a construction zone and one that's a little bit tricky at that. So please be careful in this and do expect delays, especially as the day progresses on that southbound side. That was nasty yesterday. So far here in the morning, looking great. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got mostly cloudy skies out there. A few showers may be possible, especially for the first part of the day today. We'll look for high temperatures into the upper 60s, near 70. Now, later this afternoon, we're going to see the clouds decrease, and I think we'll see some sunshine before it sets later tonight. Look for partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows fall into the mid-50s. On Thursday, a mix of sun and clouds for the first part of the day. And then later in the evening, mainly after about 7 o'clock, we'll look for a round of rain to push through the overnight hours. Temps will climb into the lower 70s on Thursday. And then mainly cloudy on Friday and isolated rain chance, highs in the lower 70s.
That is Tara Hastings right there of Wish TV. Always a pleasure, Tara. We'll catch you later. 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:07.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard air dealer.
There is a photo over at ESPN of Spike Lee in all his New York Knicks garb. He's got Knicks hat. He's got the Knicks jersey. He's got the Knicks vest. He's got his glasses, I think, say the Knicks. And he's kind of leaned over, and his chin is in his palm, which is kind of as a fist, and covering his mouth. You know, one of those like it's the thinker, but there's nothing to think about. The Knicks lost, and he's just like, I wonder back at all those films I made and all those things I've done, and I wonder, was I ever rooting for the right team? That's the photo. Oh, hanging in the Louvre. It's just perfect. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Pacers 130, Knicks 121. I was there in the room. That Knicks team, I mean, that Pacers team, that's not a beatable team. That's an incredible bit of we refuse to go away. We'll build a lead. The lead will get cut. The Knicks will be up by 1. We'll build a lead. We'll lose the lead. The Knicks will be up by 1. We'll build the lead. And then we'll just hold on to it in an impossible way. Because the Knicks seem to, at many times, score at will. It was kind of incredible. Only in the second quarter, actually second quarter and fourth quarter, the Knicks outscored the Pacers. But this team is fantastic. They're fantastic. It was a great watch. Everybody. Matherin finding himself with 20 points off the bench. Siakam with 30. Halliburton with 32 points. And yes, you may have heard that in the top of the hour news. Halliburton feeling that game 3, he didn't put enough on himself. He didn't move hard enough and made it happen, right? Took more shots. Yeah, it was clear and it was obvious. The triple-double, very, very impressive from Halliburton. 12 rebounds, 15 assists. Game 5 goes back to New York. Yeah, they could take it in 5. And all the Knicks fans were chanting Knicks in 6. Well, it's because it rhymed, and that's all they knew how to say. No, I listen. I was there, and I was listening to conversations. I'm like, I know these conversations. I know these people. And I'm glad they came, spent your money. Now go. Bye, Felicia. Very good game. Great energy crowd, too. Well done. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick, a Terre Haute plant making a comeback at 632. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. You see, Indiana weather is like the markets, completely unpredictable. Sometimes we get a little sun and 20% of this, and that's all maybe. So where do you get peace of mind through all of this uncertainty when it comes to managing your money? That's Trajan Wealth. Trajan Wealth, the fiduciary advisors at Trajan are your answer with a solid, customized financial portfolio that's made for you, your personality. designed for what you want for your retirement, including your timeline. Call today for your first consultation. It's free. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. You can feel secure with Trajan Wealth. They're Hoosier through and through, hard working, employing smart money management strategies, and always loyal at their foundation. Call today and learn more about these strategies at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market. Even in winter, we're bringing you the best in farm fresh flavors. Stop in for our fresh salad bar, hot and crispy wing bar, and a cheese selection that is second to none. Got a sweet tooth? Our homemade pies, creamy fudge, and old-fashioned candy will hit the spot. Come see us on US 31 just north of Carmel. We're open every day 9 to 6. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about fresh, local, and delicious. See you soon.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear. What is going on?
Hello, Tony. Looking at northbound 465 on the northeast side to Clear Path construction project, and right now we're moving through it without any trouble. This is the construction project that's supposed to be going on until late this year, okay? It's the redesign of 69 465 interchange on the northeast side, and right now, no trouble. Looking at westbound 75 from the east side into the north split, it's going to be about 5 minutes from 465 on the east side. Nothing slowing us down right now. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We've got, well, a little bit of rain coming our way in the midday, but right now 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom-built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5, and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
So, I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along. I mean, everything he's done on Doge gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful. But I don't.
That's Elon Musk laying it out about the one big beautiful bill, which right now has opposition in the Senate, including Rick Scott of Florida, including Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, Rand Paul of Kentucky. I think it was John Kennedy, the senator from Louisiana, was like, it's Rand Paul. He's not going to vote for anything. Have you just met him? There aren't enough cuts. There are things in the bill. There's actual pieces of legislation within the bill that, I think if you saw it as a standalone, you'd be like, yeah, great, terrific. But if you're going to do and make these tax cuts permanent, which are just fine by me, the issue here is a spending one. When do we reduce spending? And this bill doesn't do it. Now, for some people, they may not know this about Donald Trump. He doesn't care about the spending at all. He never has. That is not his modus operandi. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I'm not saying that he can't get there. I'm not saying that we might not see something come from this. But the one big beautiful bill that they want to get through the Senate via reconciliation, so you don't need the 60 votes to open debate or close debate known as cloture. You don't have to have the Democrats involved at all. You can just initiate a process, and that process is budget process, and next thing you know, the legislation is passed, goes to the president's desk, gets signed, and hot diggity, we're off to the races. But without the spending cuts, it's a problem. And there are plenty of people in Magaville who will say, you got to trust the president. No, I don't have to trust government at all. I need them to do what I need done. We need less spending. There's not a debate here. We need less spending. And President Trump's going to have to come along with that, and there are going to have to be some cuts. President Trump's going to have to come along with this. Now, is there some deal he can make? Remember, the rules of Trumpism are always in place. Remember that this is still D.C. Absolutely. Some deal can get made. Cuts. That's where it's at. There was a story out of Fox News regarding Venezuela and how Venezuela poses the highest risk for American travelers. It's a level 4 travel advisory. We do not have a consulate in Venezuela. We have no embassy because of Nicolas Maduro. But the story explains that Americans who are in Venezuela have risks that include wrongful detention, torture in detention, terrorism, kidnapping, arbitrary enforcement of local laws, crime, civil unrest, and poor health infrastructure. Well, we knew about civil unrest and poor health infrastructure. Certainly knew about the crime. They're just plucking Americans off the street, throwing them in jail, torturing them in jails. That's happening. Now, if that's happening to an American citizen, and we haven't assembled Congress to say, hey, maybe a declaration of war is necessary, I don't quite know what we're doing. Pax Americanus. Also, we should be clear that going to Venezuela is incredibly dangerous and incredibly risky. It should also be very clear to everyone that Venezuela, as a government, these are terrible people. They're awful people. And it's this type of mentality that somehow Every political leftist has decided we should keep those same people, the same mentality, like gang members. We should keep them in the country. You shouldn't be allowed to remove them. Super weird. And you can hear the story about Venezuela and be like, okay, I understand Venezuela, run by a communist Maduro, before him, Hugo Chavez, that despicable lowlife. The country really has absolutely fallen apart. And it's a shame. Too bad Joe Biden, because his environmental policies and energy policies were so horrific, he started buying oil from them and giving them dollars. You understand Venezuela. But a travel warning for Italy regarding terrorism, this I wasn't ready for. This was the New York Post. May 23rd, the State Department issued a level 2 travel warning, urging travelers to exercise increased caution due to terrorism. The risk of there's a risk of terrorist violence, including terrorist attacks and other activity in Italy. Right? There's level 1, which is keep your head on a swivel. Then there's level 2, which is keep your head on a swivel. And also, no, really, keep your head on a swivel and make sure that you don't have, like, your passport in your pocket. You got to get one of those things that goes around the inside of the belt or is hanging from a lanyard, around your neck. And that thing, that's got to have, like, a safety clip on it, too. You know what I'm talking about? If it's not like a lanyard that's all one piece, like if it's something that clicks to the back, you got to have something that, like, in case the latch fails, that there's a secondary latch. If you don't, you're nuts. Like, you have that on jewelry, right? You don't? You should. You should. You're just going to rely on the one? No, that's silly. That's crazy. Then you're going to lose grandma's special pendant. And then because of that, you go to hell. Matt Bear lost grandma's special pendant. Look at him now. Doing traffic on radio. See what happens? You don't want to end up like Matt Bear, do you? Do you? I didn't think so. I didn't think so at all. Happy to help. I was not prepared for a travel warning to Italy. And when these kinds of warnings come up, I mean, this does have an effect on tourism. The terrorists may attack with little or no warning. Americans encouraged to be wary of common targets, tourist spots, transportation centers, shopping malls and markets, local government buildings, hotels, clubs, restaurants, religious sites. Now, I have a question. First of all the places that tourists will go because they're tourists. The question before us is, what's causing this increase in potential terrorist activity? What's causing this increase in crime? What has Italy done? What has changed in Italy to cause this increase? That is a question that, in its answer, might tell you a little bit more about why things are a little more risky. That said, I'm starting to plan my trip for next year. Have not been yet. A lot of travel got pushed to the side in building this career and doing some things, and it is time. It is most definitely time. And then you've heard the story, you heard it in the top of the hour news, that they're distributing aid in Gaza, and then there was looting and the Palestinians breaking into the distribution site, forcing the staff to retreat. Yeah. Free stuff. This whole idea of starvation in Gaza, this whole thing has been debunked repeatedly. But people like, in my view, Hamas supporter Jesse Brown of the City County Council, and of course, the fools that attend our local universities, they'll all say it, they just never prove it. Why was there a run at this aid? Maybe Hamas made it happen. Maybe people saw free stuff and wanted their share. My gosh, this kind of thing happens in the U.S. as well. But people got injured. The aid was taken. And I don't know if it's going to get to people who might actually need it, because there, of course, could be people who might actually need it. Hamas in action. Great government. Great bunch of terrorists. All you Harvard students seem to really, really support. Oh, and those who wish they went to Harvard. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's going on, man?
All right, Tony, I'm looking at I-65 going northbound from 21st Street to 38th Kessler. Looks great right now, but I do want to remind you there will be lanes chopped beginning this weekend and going into Wednesday morning rush. Over the weekend, northbound 65 down to one lane from 21st Street up to 38th Street Kessler. That's over the weekend. And then for Monday and Tuesday, we'll get a lane back. It'll be down to 2 lanes in that area. So that will cause delays, especially during evening rush hour and over the weekend for that matter. Again, it's northbound 65, losing lanes from MLK area up to 38th Street Kessler Boulevard for concrete patching. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob. It's going to be a heck of a show Wednesday. Jerry Lopez in for Casey. Abdul will be here. Jim Merritt will be here. Let's have a day. We'll see you 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $514 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
What is 988? It's a way forward. It's a listening ear. It's whatever help you need, when you need it. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline offers trained crisis specialists, ready to talk to you 24/7. If you or someone you love is experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis in their life, call or text 988. Want more information? Visit 988indiana.org.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Pausing student visas. You have a clear radar, and it's 59 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. The Trump administration is putting a hold on setting up new appointments for applying for student visas.
This is just a temporary pause, according to what a U.S. official told the Associated Press, but it would represent another escalation in the administration's efforts to push back against elite universities and colleges.
That's Fox's Doug Lazader reporting in D.C.
This latest effort, for now at least, would end the scheduling of new visa interviews for foreign students hoping to come to the U.S. to study. And there are a number of reports that the government is using this time to expand its social media vetting process. And at the same time, the White House is taking another step against Harvard, telling federal agencies to cancel $100 million in federal contracts.
And as you may imagine, Harvard is suing the Trump administration. Delphi killer Richard Allen's legal defense cost you a lot of money. Here's Chris Davis.
You might wonder what costs so much. Itemized, it looks like that paid for the attorneys Andrew Baldwin and Brad Rossi. Also, transcriptions, mileage, doctors, and crime scene specialists. That was from January of 23 until Allen's appeal was filed in March. The court rejected about $51,000 in expenses overall because no receipts or formal requests were provided. It's still not clear how much the prosecution cost. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Bison, which served as Indiana University's mascot, is making a comeback. On Tuesday, the school announced that he will return to the sidelines. The mascot appeared on the sidelines from 1963 to 1969, which overlapped with IU's last trip to the Rose Bowl in California. The 1968 Rose Bowl was the 54th time that a particular college football game was played. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. A Terre Haute plant that was originally designed to manufacture CDs in the 1980s is coming back to life in the semiconductor space. Sony DADC has announced a partnership with Terre Haute-based D&D Automation and KLA Corporation in California to make specialized shipping canisters to transport chip components. Well, as the dust settles on speculation about Honda's plans in the U.S., the Japanese automaker continues to stay the course at its Greensburg assembly plant. Last week, Honda unveiled the new model CR-V Trail Sport Hybrid that it will make at the Greensburg facility, but Honda executives say they currently have no plans to radically expand Honda's factory in Greensburg or to add a new plant in Indiana, as President Trump suggested in a speech before Congress in March. Pacer Sports and Entertainment is continuing to hone its plans for the $78 million practice facility for the Indiana Fever that it plans to start building later this summer. Since the Indiana Fever Sports Performance Center was first announced in January, Pacer Sports and Entertainment has been working with architectural firm Populous to make minor updates to the design of the three-story facility. It's planned for the northeast corner of Maryland and Delaware streets on the western edge of the former Marion County Jail property. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate. Eli Lilly and Company is continuing to make moves, announcing plans to acquire private biotechnology company San Francisco-based Site One Therapeutics in a deal worth up to $1 billion. Site One was founded in 2010 and is developing a non-opioid therapy that targets sodium ion channels in the human body to treat pain. The treatment is ready for phase 2 testing. Lilly says it might represent a next-generation non-opioid treatment for chronic pain. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Hi, Gary. Looking at I-65 and coming up this weekend, northbound 65 from 21st Street up to 38th Street, Kessler Boulevard-ish area. We are losing lanes, and that's going to begin Friday night and last through Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, so it will affect rush hour, and this will be in the northbound direction of I-65, like you're going from downtown to the northwest side. Details as we get them. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors from 1951 Cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Matt Bear, we can't afford to lose lanes, son.
We don't have any left. We're all out of lanes, Tony.
Right?
There are no more lanes to lose. No more lanes to lose.
Matt Bear sings all the traffic country hits.
If it called about my lanes.
On this new double disc set from K-Tel.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's my new country album.
If anybody's got a studio, we will write the songs.
Oh,
and Matt Bear will do an album of country traffic songs.
All I need is a guitar that goes, you know, makes that kind of country guitar sound.
You mean like a slide?
Yeah.
Would you bring in Bonnie Raitt?
Yes. Boom.
You give me 20 minutes, I'll get you Bonnie Raitt.
No, you can't.
Oh, I certainly can.
That's all talk.
I can sell my house. I can get you Bonnie Raitt for the day. Hold on, wait. Yeah. Producer Carl, Bonnie Raitt's still alive, right?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Say yes, please
Yeah,
say yes,
that's why I
say
asked. I didn't ask you to tell me I don't know. I brought it up so you could look it up.
Fingers crossed.
I didn't. You didn't. That was not even helpful. Producer Carl, my God.
I bet you have a faster than Carl.
I bet you do.
Yeah, she's alive.
Oh,
thank
hey. Goodness.
Hey. Yeah.
Thank you, Producer Carl, Matt Bear.
You're welcome, Tony. Glad I could help produce your show today.
Oh, you're doing fine work.
Thank you.
You're doing fine work, right? Compared to when you used to do the show.
Oh, I knew I walked into that.
This is professional.
Son of a bitch. I knew I walked right into
It's funny because it's true.
I'm gonna...
It's some kind of degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. 57, by the way. The time is 6:38. That is traffic. I'm not traffic. Sports. I got all carried away. What's up there, Ryan Hedrick?
What up, Tony? Last night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Halliburton for Indiana, left to right in yellow, down the right side, gliding through the air and laying it in. It's his third 30-point game of the playoffs.
Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Tyrese Halliburton had a night, 32 points, 15 assists, 12 rebounds. Most importantly, no turnovers. The Pacers beating the Knicks 130 to 121 in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. They are one win away from a trip to the NBA Finals.
I just want to be able to prove that I can respond when my back's against the wall, when our team's back is against the wall. This is a big win for us because if we go back there 2-2, probably a little different momentum-wise.
In Game 5 Thursday in New York, the WNBA says it found no evidence to support claims of racist behavior by fans during the Fever's game against Chicago. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
It's the Bash Sale, the biggest automotive sale in history. Your local Bill Estes dealerships are coming in hot with deals on trucks you don't want to miss. We have a huge selection of trucks at one easy online stop. Brand new Chevy, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota trucks with a massive pre-owned selection too. Plus, our fair and direct upfront pricing means what you see is what you pay. Shift into savings during the Bash Sale, only at Bill Estes dealerships, and drive away in your dream truck today. Online at BillEstesTrucks.com.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Bluebell Groom's Cake Ice Cream is renewing its vows on the frozen aisle. Milk chocolate ice cream with chocolate cake pieces, chocolate-coated strawberry hearts, swirls of strawberry sauce, and chocolate icing. See you at the reception.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
This is James at Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling. You can trust us with all your heating and cooling needs. We have over 150 years of combined experience.
PricePointComfort.com. Price Point Comfort is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air dealer.
There is a story that Christopher McQuarrie, the guy who does the directing of Tom Cruise and all the Mission Impossible stuff, which is basically to say it's Tom Cruise saying, okay, here's the stunt I want to do. And McQuarrie going, sure. If he dies, we got a replacement, right? I believe that's his whole job. Is just say, absolutely, Tom, you go do that. They are thinking of actually doing a full Les Grossman movie. The character from Tropic Thunder, Tom Cruise in the quasi fat suit there, bald, producer. They're thinking about doing this movie, the two of them. All I know is if there's a Les Grossman movie, it's going to make more money than anything Tom Cruise has ever done. The character is very funny. The whole thing is well done. I hope it happens. I think we can all use the laugh. It will make more money than anything they have done. I'm placing my marker. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
You've heard about Terry Bush at R&R Agency for a long time. How easy he is to work with and how he'll find you the best insurance coverage at the best rate. Now hear from one of his clients.
Hi, Terry. Just wanted to touch base with you and let you know I got your email yesterday, and just wanted to say thank you for all of your help. This has been one of the easiest things that I've done in transitioning to my new job. So of all the things that have been going on lately, you've made this quite easy. So I do appreciate all your help, and thank you again.
Terry has been helping people for over 35 years. If you're retiring early, self-employed, or need small group insurance, call 317-563-0868. That's 317-563-0868. Or go to rragency.org. rragency.org. As always, God bless America. Peace through strength and common sense government.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 6195, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
This May, be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives reminds you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV.
The Memorial Day sale is on at Sundown Gardens in Westfield. 20% off container trees and shrubs, 30% off pottery. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road, sundown.gardens.com.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear. What are you doing?
I'm looking at northbound 65, and it's slow from Raymond Street up to the South Split. That's because of road construction. Also, northbound 65 slow right now. Edgewood Avenue into 465 on the south side. Inbound 69 looking good, Fishers. Good morning. Glad you're awake. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves, what is that, 58 degrees? Is that what we have? 58 degrees? It's 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:45.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Addiction doesn't just affect one person, it touches everyone around them. That's why Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick created the Supporting Sobriety podcast. It's for the friends and family standing behind, offering hope, guidance, and real talk. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
No evidence of racist fan behavior from the Indiana Fever. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. We'll get into this at 7:45 because the demand for an apology is just the start. Just the very start of where I think the Fever need to be, and I think they may be handling this rather well. President Trump asking the Supreme Court to intervene. Allow the executive branch to deport illegal immigrants to countries other than their own. It was an injunction from some perfunctory judge halting the Trump administration attempt to deport immigrants residing illegally in the U.S. to third-party countries. This idea that meaningful notice must be provided if you want to engage deportation, so they have adequate time to challenge the deportation. This goes back to the very idea of due process, to which the due process of an illegal immigrant is far different than the due process of an American citizen. This also plays out politically, that the Biden administration, certainly as we see from the political left, they're fine with anybody coming into the country illegally. They think it should be impossible to remove people from the country who are here illegally, which is why these people need to be voted out of office. That's why they're going to keep losing elections. That, and they can't connect to younger people. They certainly don't connect to young men. They don't connect to men in general. You think anybody looks at Jasmine Crockett and says, man, that's the party for me? No man does that. No man does that. Well, it's because they're sexist. That seems to be the Democrats' problem. You can scream sexist all you want. Who cares? Doesn't mean anything. It's just pablum, claptrap garbage. But keep screaming it, though. Great way to get people to your side. So now we're going to find out what the Supreme Court says here. Asking the court to overturn the injunction. That's what they're asking to take place here. I think the deeper conversation is, does the President of the United States have the authority to be the President of the United States? And it's seemingly for the left, the answer is not when they're Donald Trump or not when they're a Republican. And that answer is nonsense. Silly, silly answer. We'll keep an eye on this and see what the Supreme Court does. Two more things, if I may. First and foremost, there was a post from Pacer Sports and Entertainment yesterday. Of course, we're dealing with the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers won last night. They're up 3-1. It was a great game. I was there, and I saw this video of Charles Barkley, part of the TNT team that was covering the game.
Hey, we had an amazing night tonight. Amazing. I played golf with my boy Dan Dockish today, and now we had a great meal at Commission Row. It was fabulous. I want to thank Commission Row for a great night.
Commission Row is very, very cool right there at the Fieldhouse. But in this video, Charles Barkley is smoking a cigar. Now, maybe he's just holding it, but it is a little bit like he has been smoking it. Charles, I'm the only person to speak to in this state regarding cigars in this state. Allow me to show you the places, please. I have the bona fides. I'm it. More importantly, can you smoke a cigar at Commission Row? Can I get an answer from the Pacers on this? And if so, why wasn't I notified? Good Lord. I need an answer because he's not actively, I think, smoking it in the video. He's holding it in his hand. Can you smoke a cigar inside Commission Row? Is there a smoking area? And if not, can we get on that? Can we get on that, please? Right? Because if you need somebody to lead some pregame herfs, I got you covered. By the way, that's herf, H-E-R-F, gathering of cigar smokers, a herf right there. And finally, it will be June 26th. It will be at Hotel Tango Distillery. We're doing this fundraiser, raising money for both American and Israeli veterans. I am one of the sponsors of this event, one of the hosts of this event. I'll be emceeing the event. It is a fantastic bourbon tasting. There's going to be a great silent auction. And this came about for wanting to do some work with helping veterans and families. You remember that they had their facility catch fire downtown. I've done work with them because Hotel Tango does work with them, with Premier Arms, of course, our sponsor, Premier Arms and PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. We've done some fundraisers for them. Excellent people. Love the group. And there was a want to do something for Israeli veterans as well, and being supportive of Israel's right to exist. And the people who don't think that should happen, that's okay. You don't have to show up. But we're doing this fundraiser, and tickets will sell out this week. I put it up there on my Twitter feed, on my Twitter X feed. And if you follow me at Tony Katz, you can get the link, or you can get the QR code, and you can take care of the rest and get your ticket while you still can. There's going to be fantastic bourbon. We have a lot of great corporate sponsors, a lot of great people involved. And already we've seen in social media and other places, Reddit, people talking about the event as if they're going to come disrupt the event. We're doing this no matter what. If there's a vote taken, I will never vote to cancel the event or move the event. No, I don't live in fear of these violent people who don't think that. And by the way, this isn't about how dare you support Israeli veterans. They don't even think you support American veterans. These people are anti-American and anti-capitalist. They are the worst of the worst. We're going to show up. We're going to be there. We're going to support these people who are working to protect their country, who have protected their country, who believe in protecting a valuable way of life. We're not going to apologize for it. So it's June 26th. I would love to see you there. It's going to be fantastic. Yes, there will be cigars because I am who I am. But there's going to be some fantastic bourbon, some fantastic opportunities, and a great cause, some incredible stories as well. You're going to hear everything. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's just, it's less than a month away at Hotel Tango. Going to be a great way to spend the night, June 26th. I hope you'll join us. And these people, don't get me wrong, they're dangerous people. You should know who they are. They're violent people. You should know who they are. Their only desire is to burn it all down. They have no core or code. They're just nihilists, and not in the cool, funny, Big Lebowski way. In the really ugly, dangerous, sad, pathetic way. We're showing up, fully prepared. These people will not run us out. Nah. It's us or them, and I choose us. I'll see you guys on June 26th. Follow me on Twitter X at Tony Katz and get your tickets. Matt Baer has traffic.
Northbound 65 on the south side. That's stop and go traffic from Edgewood Avenue up to Thompson Road, just shy of 465. And then the construction delay, northbound 65 Raymond into the south split, that tricky split as the south split now is. Far left lane goes to westbound 70 right. 2 lanes continue on northbound 6570 like you're going to the Washington Street exit north split. So at least we have options. Westbound 70 looking good coming in from the east side from 465 into the north split. That's a 5-minute trip right now. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Baer at WIBC Traffic.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 317-516-6861 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. 317-516-6861 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 317-516-6861 for fast, easy, affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 317-516-6861.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today?
Today.
Hey, this is Denny Smith for LD Smith Plumbing. Lance Smith joins me right now. No, we're not related, but I'd be proud to call him my son, my uncle, my cousin, whatever. Lance, welcome to the studio.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, sump pumps, they're coming up. You guys, it's probably time to get your sump pump special. You brag on this every year.
Yep, it's a real deal. Free primary sump pump with the purchase of a battery backup system. Simple as that. No hidden labor fees or anything like that. 317-927-7186 or ldsmithplumbing.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, a performance that set the Indiana Pacers up to possibly go to the NBA Finals. Gunshots on the east side of Indianapolis early this morning, and what your lieutenant governor had to say at a town hall in Zionsville last night. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock.
A new way to keep foreign students out of the country. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The Trump administration planning a temporary pause on new visa interviews for students wanting to come to the U.S. to study. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce says,
it seems to be such a controversial thing that's going on, but it shouldn't be. And every nation should take seriously and does who's coming in.
And there are reports the administration plans to ramp up vetting of those foreign visa applicants through social media. And this is the administration keeps trying to block Harvard from enrolling new international students while also freezing federal funding for the university, alleging there's a university's allowing anti-Semitism to flourish on campus and protests endangering Jewish students.
In an interview with the Harvard Gazette, University President Alan Garber says Harvard will argue this week, with a hearing slated for Thursday, that the temporary restraining order granted by federal judge Allison Burroughs should be extended. offering relief to the thousands of international students who make up 27% of the student body. This as the Trump administration demands a list of Harvard's international students.
That's Fox's Molly Line in Cambridge, Massachusetts. More trouble in Gaza, this time at a new food and aid distribution site for Palestinians. A crowd stormed it, breaking through fences. Then security forces opened fire, killing at least one person, injuring nearly 50. Trouble for SpaceX. Yet another test flight of its Starship fails. It did reach space last night, unlike the last two, but then...
At this point, we are kind of in a spin.
And the spacecraft was lost. Most of it believed to disintegrated on re-entry. President Trump's getting ready to pardon a famous TV couple, the Chrisleys, who were in prison, saying this to their daughter Savannah in a call on X.
To inform her that he would be granting full pardons to her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley.
Give them, I don't know them, but give them my regards.
The Chrisleys shot to fame due to Chrisley Knows Best, which followed their tight, boisterous family and their lavish lifestyle.
On Fox's Michelle Polino, they were convicted of bank fraud. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's been a while since the NBA Pacers have been in the NBA Finals. Your radar is clear at 60 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 70 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:02.
Near corner McConnell, back to top and right edge, on top to Halliburton. Here comes a long three.
That's Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Tyrese Halliburton knocked down a few threes on his way to 32 points, 12 rebounds, 15 assists. His second career triple-double. He helped the Pacers pass the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals last night, 130 to 121.
Ty did some historic stat stuff tonight. That's great, but it's tough talking about stats when it's such a team thing right now.
Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle. The team plays Game 5 tomorrow night, and that is where they could punch a ticket to the NBA Finals tip-off at 8 o'clock. A warm welcome for one visitor and a threat over a disagreement. Chris Davis has both stories.
The welcome was for Hans Perez, the New York City firefighter who took some major guff for his love of the blue and gold.
So just to have everybody here showing their support for me is awesome. Amazing city, amazing town.
He was special guest for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Saturday night at a pub in Carmel, the hospitality was not there for two Knicks fans who got into it with 24-year-old Pacer fanatic Jared Funk, who court documents say was bounced and came back with a knife, sticking one Knicks fan in the back and the other in the leg. The Pacers would rather you didn't stick up for them like that. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
There's a lot of cops on a side street just off of East Washington this morning because there was a shooting. A person is dead. The gunshots happened at about 3:30 in the morning along the 100 block of South Gladstone Avenue. The witnesses are telling IMPD that there was some kind of a fight over a gun, and that's when the shooting happened. We're expecting to hear more soon. Following a town hall in Zionsville on Tuesday night, Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith clarified his comments on the three-fifths compromise, something he came under fire for at a previous speaking event.
People think that I'm saying that the three-fifths of a person is a good thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the three-fifths compromise spurred us on in the right direction, right? It was a good thing for the foundations of our nation to get us on the path where we could actually get freedom and liberty for all people.
And there was protests outside that event last night. More people are being charged in the Brownsburg daycare sexual abuse case. Jarrett Lewis has that story.
Attorneys Tammy Meyer and Catherine Michael are representing the families of the young victims.
Not only have the owners and the perpetrator, or we would say alleged perpetrator, been charged, now the entity itself has been charged. It allows the prosecutor's office now to not only go against the owners who are actively owning it, but any investors in this daycare.
The two joined Kendall and Casey Tuesday. The civil and criminal investigation started after 22-year-old Gabriel Garner was arrested on dozens of charges of child molestation and exploitation at the Main Street for Kids daycare in Brownsburg. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you need to fill up this morning, expect to pay about $3.05 a gallon for gas, says Gas Buddy. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the fives. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at northbound 65 south side. Stop and go traffic just for a smidge. Southport Road up to Thompson Road. And then we slow down again on northbound 65 out to Raymond Street into the South Split. That's a construction zone. In the meantime, northwest quadrant of Monument Circle is now closed until September 28th for Spark on the Circle. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage for a limited time. Go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What do we know?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. It's going to be another gray day today with mainly cloudy conditions. We're going to be dodging some raindrops on and off throughout the day as well. And temperatures still a little cooler than average. Today's high around 70. Should be dry tonight, partly cloudy, quiet, a low down to 55. We should get at least a little bit of sunshine squeezing through on Thursday. That should help warm us up. Might be a stray evening shower possible. Thursday's high 73. Friday, mostly cloudy skies. We'll see some isolated showers late. Friday's high 71.
That's Marcus Bailey right there from Wish TV. Marcus, thank you. 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:07.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard air dealer.
Let us handle a couple of local things here. In a rational way, to put an end to irrational behavior. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I saw that Rob Kendall, and I'll let him talk about it on Kendall and Casey starting at 9, was mentioning that Diego Morales is in Turkey. Is it agriculture deals being made that the Secretary of State does these things? Listen, I don't quite understand what's going on with the Braun administration. That these people are acting as somehow individual fiefdoms. It's very odd. And it's problematic. And if only because, no, I don't have any trust or faith in Diego Morales at all. But I've heard through the grapevine that there's a desire to be able to talk more about what's going on. So allow me to make this offer to the Secretary of State's office. Because there's a lot to clear up, and you guys obfuscate. So we're clear, you don't answer questions. And two of the people who work in his office, he called you the best of the best. We don't believe that to be true. And that's because you are not a transparent group of people. You know this by now. Whatever the culture that's been created there, you understand this. So let's do this. Who have argued that I can't believe the man hired his brother-in-law. Who have questioned this trip to India. You want to be able to talk? 40 Monument Circle, 1 hour sit down. Pick the hour. I don't care if it's midnight to 1 a.m. Pick the hour. 1 hour, cameras rolling, unedited. Share it all. Let's talk about everything. Let's talk about the job. Let's talk about Indiana. Let's talk about the allegations. Let's talk about the issues. You want to talk. You want to share, right? Let's do it. I won't give you any questions beforehand. I won't allow anything I do to be vetted. And if that's a prerequisite of yours, I will make that public. But we'll go over it all. If you obfuscate on my questions, there will be pushback. This is very odd stuff that happens from the Attorney General. I'm not from the Attorney General, from the Secretary of State. Very odd stuff. And as much as this is on the Secretary of State, he has a staff that obfuscates. How about we end this? How about we just clear the air here and allow you to start from a square, from an even playing field, from a baseline. I mean, you want to run for re-election. You do that by talking to me on WIBC and, of course, Network Indiana. Your choice. Yes or no? Producer Carl, make that invitation. Then there is this constant insanity about Micah Beckwith. This is getting ridiculous. Micah Beckwith shows up at events and protesters show up and he's doing this. People think that I'm sorry. Let me do that again. Here we go. Much better.
People think that I'm saying that the 3/5 of a person is a good thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the 3/5 compromise spurred us on in the right direction, right? It was a good thing for the foundations of our nation to get us on the path where we could actually get freedom and liberty for all people.
This is still a thing? This is still a thing. Let me try this again. Democrats didn't like some legislation, so they decided that it was comparable to the 3/5 compromise in the Constitution, and slaves were considered 3/5 of a person for voting purposes, a compromise that the North came up with the South, so the South didn't have too much power. That's what happened. Micah Beckwith, the lieutenant governor, instead of dismissing that as pablum, decides to address it because he's going to fight these people and teach history. All due respect, Lieutenant Governor, I'm not coming to you for that. And it was a ridiculous thing to do, and you stepped in it because you didn't do it well. The video looks ridiculous. You look ridiculous in the video. You're sitting there, you're swinging your leg like a child. Ridiculous. But the left always overplays their hand. And now they're going to events where the lieutenant governor is, and they're protesting about this. Democrats, you can't win an election because you hate Hoosiers. You lie to them about everything, including what Micah Beckwith said. And I think what Micah Beckwith said was dopey. Why in the world would you ever take a conversation from Democrats and say, well, this has validity, when it doesn't? You dismiss it. You don't buy into it. Not at all. What an embarrassment for Micah Beckwith. But being the Democrats that you are, Indiana Democratic Party, you made it more about you. You did this. And now you look worse than Beckwith. Don't you want to win something? Don't you know that you're terrible? Don't you know that you're daft? Don't you know that this is crap? Don't you know that Hoosiers think you suck? You don't have to be this way. Be better. As Melania Trump would say, be best. Why won't you do it? Just take 5 minutes to be freaking normal. Nope, not you. Okay, keep losing elections. Karen Talion, you're doing a terrible job. I thought Mike Schmuel did a terrible job. Oh, you do a terrible job. Fix this. Start focusing on issues. Because if you're going to do this, Micah Beckwith, I think, is an odd dude. And I don't think he's been a great lieutenant governor. And I think he owes a lot of explanation still to the people. But my God, you're desperate not to win. The Democratic Party is desperate not to win. And every day they do this, they tell you they don't give a damn about the lives of Hoosiers. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
When you golf in Missouri, the courses are so close, you'll spend more time on the fairway than the freeway. After the back nine, enjoy world-class dining and distilleries, shops, spas, museums, and more. Find your new golf MO at visitmo.com.
I was seriously injured. It was definitely somebody's fault, and I didn't actually know who, so I needed to call someone. I was really happy to have a law firm like Hensley that had ethics. I made the best call.
It happens. Hire Hensley.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's happening?
All right, Tony, looking at northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic from Southport Road up to Edgewood Avenue. And we slow again on northbound 65 from Raymond Street into the South Split for road construction. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping at Go Radio. And get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:15.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher Remodeling, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. This is a central Indiana business, 2 decades plus in business, a family that started the Boohers. Excellent people who are going to do quality work for you in taking your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, anything that's within your 4 walls and making it as you need it, increasing the value of your home, increasing the value of your life. This is what they do, especially as you've been looking at that project that you've wanted to do all along and you finally are like, this is the time. We've got ourselves together. We can do this. Let's get started. Booher is there for you because these aren't just projects. This isn't just some remodeling or renovation. This is an idea that you have had for, I don't know, days, weeks, months, years, and finally you're putting it into process. Man, it better turn out the way you have always dreamed it to be. Booher understands this. And their 5-step design process, from that initial consultation to that final bit of construction, ensures that you know everything that's going on, you don't have any stress, and everything happens exactly the way you envisioned it. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in central Indiana, and they stand behind their work at Booher Remodeling with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. Can I tell one more Indiana Democrat story? Oh. So who is the name of the, I think they're a senator, who was the minority leader for the Democrats in the Senate, but then there were allegations of sexual impropriety? That's Greg Taylor, right?
Sounds right.
I think that's Greg Taylor. Right. He was ousted as Senate Minority Leader. So it's Greg Taylor. I'm sitting at the Indy 500. and I'm having a cigar. The show is over, right? Or the pre-race show is over. And I'm sitting near the media center. I'm sitting in a golf cart. It's not my golf cart. It doesn't matter. I'm just sitting on the golf cart smoking a cigar. People are walking by, and I'm just doing what I do, whatever. And I said whatever twice. That's now a thing for me. Greg Taylor comes up to me, kind of looks at me. It's like, okay, I know this guy, but I don't know how I know this guy. I'm like, I know that look. When someone says is looking at me like they know who this is. And I said, hey, Tony Katz. He goes, oh, yeah, that's right. He goes, Greg Taylor, you're the guy who was going to have me on your show, but then canceled because you're afraid to talk to me. Right hand to the Lord. That's what they said. You were the guy who was going to have me on your show, but you were too afraid to talk to me. To which I laughed out loud. And by the way, I didn't recognize him at first. I didn't put together at first. I shook his hand. I need a shower. I don't know how far that sexual impropriety allegation goes. And I said to him, afraid to be on the show, pick a day, come on. And he goes, no, you call me. I was like, okay. Producer Carl, call Greg Taylor, call the senator. We'd like to have him on the show. We're going to discuss property taxes. We're going to discuss the future of Indiana. And we're going to discuss the allegations against him. I will put no questions in front of him and nothing gets vetted. Let's see if he'll come on.
Will do.
The answer was so, perfectly political. Oh, yeah, you're the guy who's afraid of me. I'm right here. What? How did you think that was going to work, Senator? We're live stream. We've got the radio show. We're live streaming. I'm all over Indiana on air. I'm in Bloomington. I'm in Muncie. I'm in Fort Wayne. I'm in South Bend. I'm in. Are we in Evansville or Terre Haute? We're in one or the other. What are you doing? How did you think this was going to work? Now you've been invited on. When you don't respond yes, who's the coward? Couldn't even just. I said it earlier. Can't everyone just be normal for 5 minutes? What are you playing tough guy for? Now, come on. We'll have ourselves a chat. Let me get back to the popcorn moment here, if I may, because that was not it. That was not it. The popcorn moment is actress Kira Sedgwick. Now, producer Carl, finger on the dump button. I don't think I missed anything, but I may have missed something. And I may have missed a lot of things. I may have clicked part of it, not all of it. The actress Kira Sedgwick. And you're like, Tony, I can barely pronounce her name. Yeah, Sedgwick is not the easiest one. Why are we talking about her? Well, we're talking about Kira Sedgwick because she has concerns about Donald Trump.
How you doing? I felt like it was important to get on the blower and talk a little bit about how I'm feeling and wondering how you're feeling about the state of our union.
What is blower?
Microphone.
Is that a social media app?
No, microphone. It's an old term from the 90s. Get on the blower.
By the way, it's a good name for an app, though, right?
Yeah.
Producer Carl brings you blower. I think that's got to happen. All right, on the microphone. Got it. Like a station that has a large signal, it's a blowtorch. Gotcha.
I'm finding myself pretty scared about a lot of things, scared about losing my rights as a woman, scared about losing my right to vote as a woman, scared about losing autonomy over my body as a woman, scared of my parents' Social Security checks, scared of food banks running out of food and not being able to replenish because they're no longer getting federal funding.
Wow, she's scared of a lot of things. Me, ghosts. You understand that this isn't real. This is what happens when you're a child, when you think like a child, when you allow emotions to rule you like a child. This is what you end up with. I share this with you, not because what Kira Sedgwick says is going to move you in any way, not that she is somebody who has influence on your life, but as a way of further reminding that emotions matter. I never once say don't have them. But when you allow your emotions to control you, you sound like that. Kira Sedgwick doesn't know she sounds like a child, like a ridiculous, silly child. That's something that a 7-year-old would say. That is not something that a 59-year-old should say. Control yourself. That's the difference between us and them. Control of the emotions. And their emotional state cannot be allowed to run anything. They cannot run the country. They cannot run the state. They cannot run the city. They cannot run a Dairy Queen, which, by the way, sounds so good right now. Honestly, everybody to the local Dairy Queen. Blizzards for everybody. They're on Matt Bear. He's got traffic, by the way.
Yeah, sure. Oh, bye. Looking at westbound 70 wide open right now going into the north split. That's no struggle. At the moment, now on the northeast side, inbound 69 starts to slow from 96th Street, 282nd. Crash on the northwest side. This is eastbound 465 after the 865 Rams covering the left shoulder, causing stop-and-go traffic back to 86th Street. And then on the south side, northbound 65, stop and go Southport Road to Edgewood Avenue. We slow again at Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th Then River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show 3:06 this afternoon. Nobody has more fun in the afternoon than we do. The biggest stories in Indy. Tony Kennett calls in 93 WIBC.
Your next tree comes from Circle City Trees. The key, though, is you decide the tree. You take a picture of that area in your yard where you need a new tree. We're talking about fruit trees, shade trees, evergreens. We're talking about ornamental trees or flowering trees, whatever it is you need. You take that picture of that area. Maybe it's the side yard to get a little bit of break from that nosy neighbor. Maybe it's in the backyard. You want some shade for the back deck. You just want a little depth to the property, and you bring it over to Circle City Trees in Zionsville, and you show the team, and you're like, hey, this is where I need a tree. And they'll be like, I know what you need. And then you'll take a look through all they have to offer. Every tree is there. We're talking about mature trees that thrive in Indiana, and they will take care of the installation. They'll mulch around it. They'll take care of the warranty. There is nothing they won't do. Circle City Trees. They're incredible people. And you're like, that's their business? They sell trees? Oh, yeah. And they are amazing. Talk to Circle City Trees. Check out the selection and all the pricing on the website. Easy to find. CircleCityTrees.com. Call 317-768-3005. 317-768-3005. Circle City Trees. 768-3005 or online at CircleCityTrees.com.
Turning 65, new to Medicare, or just moved? If you qualify for Medicare and Medicaid, a Humana Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan, a DSNP, may give you the extra benefits you're looking for. A DSNP helps cover things like prescriptions and checkups, but it also helps pay for essentials, too. With a Humana DSNP, you get $225 a month for eligible groceries, rent, utilities, and more. Plus, whatever you don't spend carries over to the next month. You may even get benefits like $0 copays on routine prescriptions, plus routine dental, vision, or hearing coverage. All of this could make a difference for your health and wallet. Learn more at GetHumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a coordinated care HMO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Indiana Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal. Allowance amounts cannot be combined with other benefit allowances. Limitations and restrictions may apply.
Have recent storms caused damage to your roofing or siding? Cochran Exteriors is now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home, from blown-offs to full replacements. Cochran Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good as new as fast as possible. Trust the company that was here before the storm and will be long after. For your free, no-obligation consultation, schedule today at CochranExteriors.com or call 317-ROOFING. Cochran Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors. For 1951 cabinetry, visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
At Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, our mission is to provide honest assessments and recommendations. We promise you'll never be sold something you don't need.
PricePointComfort.com. They are your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air dealer.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The emotional and costly search underway in New Orleans. Your radar is clear here in downtown Indianapolis, 57 degrees, 70 is your high today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. You've probably heard about the search going on in New Orleans for the men who escaped from jail. Louisiana leaders say they're spending $250,000 a week to find these guys.
Hundreds of police officers and deputies working 12-hour shifts in search of those escaped inmates. Derek Groves is convicted of multiple murders and was awaiting sentencing before the jailbreak. Antoine Massey charged with domestic abuse and car theft.
That's Fox's Todd Pyro reporting. Talk about costly. Entitled to $1 million defense here in Indiana. Here's Chris Davis.
The defense team for Richard Allen, the Delphi killer, was paid $986,000 by Carroll County, according to documents released Tuesday that had been sealed by the court. That's for 2 years and 2 months' worth of lawyer reimbursements, gas and mileage reimbursement, transcription services, payment for doctors, crime scene specialists, etc. About $51,000 was rejected for lack of receipts or documentation. The court has not said how much it cost to prosecute the case. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Your lieutenant governor is on a town hall streak as he had another town hall in Zionsville on Tuesday night. Micah Beckwith defending his previous remarks about the Three-Fifths Compromise and says he has more town halls coming for you this summer.
Both sides were represented pretty well, so obviously it got a little chippy at times, but again, I like that, and I think it's good for representatives of the people to get out and hear from them, and I'm going to keep doing it.
And Lieutenant Governor Beckwith donned a white and gold hat with the number 47 for President Donald Trump. New charges are included, and more investors in the Brownsburg Daycare Center involved in a sex abuse case. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
According to attorneys Tammy Meyer and Catherine Michael, who are representing the families of the victims, the entity itself is being charged, on top of the owner and director, who investigators say covered up sexual abuse committed by former worker of the Main Street for Kids Daycare, Gabriel Garner.
These owners have said that, well, if we didn't see it on a camera, it must not have happened. And that was their attitude. We know that they knew at least 6 months ago what was going on there, at least to some extent, and they did nothing, and they covered it up.
The two were on Kendall and Casey Tuesday. The 22-year-old Garner currently faces 48 total charges. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
WIBC's Johnette Cruz has the story about an Indianapolis pantry stepping in to help Hoosier kids.
Indy Community Pantry, we started it with community refrigerators. So we do place community refrigerators outside for those in need. And at this location where we're doing the free breakfast program, we will still also have our community refrigerator there with groceries.
That's Deandra Rayner, who's launching a free breakfast program to feed families for the summer after the state opted out of the federal Sunbucks program, which fed over 600,000 families last year. You can donate or volunteer your time when it opens on June 16th. Find details at indycommunitypantry.net. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Sports on WIBC, brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals last night, 130-121. Benedict Matherin scored 20 points off the bench and told Wish TV.
We've done a great job. The goal is pretty clear for us. Everybody wants to win a championship, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be willing to do the right things, and I feel like tonight was a great step in the right direction.
But the player everybody is talking about this morning, Tyrese Halliburton.
You can feel good about it for the night, but then you got to be ready to go for Game 5 because their backs are against the wall. They're going to play as desperate as they can, as they should. They're going to come out and throw a punch and throw more punches, and we just got to be able to respond to those.
Halliburton, 32 points, 15 assists, 12 boards, no turnovers for head coach Rick Carlisle.
There will be a new statistical category, perhaps named after him somewhere down the line. Him and Chris Paul, these guys, there aren't a lot of guys. I know Stockton didn't turn it over much. You can go right down the line, some of the all-time greats. And so I know he takes great pride in it, and that's a motivating factor.
Game 5 in New York, and with a win, the Pacers are going to the NBA Finals. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, Ryan, we see eastbound 465 on the north side, and that's stop-and-go traffic because of a crash between 865 and Michigan Road. Right now, the left shoulder is blocked, and this is causing stop-and-go traffic back to West 79th Street. On the south side, northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic from Southport Road up to Edgewood Avenue, and again before Raymond Street into the South Split. That's because of road construction and nasty construction zone there on I-65 between 465 and the South Split. Lanes will be restricted in each direction until late next year. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:37.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
Millions of illegal aliens crossed our southern border under Biden administration policies. But now, things are changing. This is your Congressman, Jefferson Shreve. I'm committed to securing our borders and to protecting our Hoosier communities. I'm delivering for you. Because of Republican leadership, illegal border crossings are at an all-time low. I'm leading the charge to complete the southern border wall and deport illegal aliens. I'm fighting for Indiana and working for you in Congress.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
911, what's your emergency?
In an emergency, voice is best. But what if you can't call?
Escalated domestic disturbance reported east of downtown. Be advised, alert was received by a 911 emergency text. Caller is hiding in a closet and can't use her voice.
When the situation is too dangerous to make a call, text to 911. Capability Now helps Hoosiers. But in most emergencies, voice is still best.
My sister's not breathing. Please hurry.
In the last 5 years, Hoosiers have used text capability in over 1 million 911 sessions. It's of great help to the deaf and speech impaired and to those in select dangerous situations. Thanks to the statewide 911 board, Indiana leads the nation with all 92 counties having in- and outbound text capability. For more, visit in911.net.
It's good to hear your voice. Help is on the way.
911. Before you text, voice is best.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace. Nope. Just no. Oh no. No, no. No, God. No. Not happening. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, presented by the good people at IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your money. Go get it. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and see what money is waiting for you that's been, waiting for you. You can text my name, Tony, to 46220. Text my name, Tony, to 46220, or go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and go get your cash. Odd things, strange things, interesting things, weird things, all sorts of things on Facebook Marketplace. We bring you something new every single day. And today is an absolute no. Now, I don't remember, was this sent to me or did I come across this? I think this was sent to me. And forgive me if I don't remember who sent it to me. I apologize. Baby Think It Over Generation 4. These are baby dolls, Matt Bear.
Oh, okay. At Tony Katz and
at Tony Katz on the Twitter.
Okay. If somebody sent this to you, they should be deported.
Right. Right. It's 5 dolls of varying colors. And they look like babies and rolls of fat, and they're wearing diapers. And I will never close my eyes again.
This is weird, man. This is like the nightmare version of Raising Arizona.
Wow.
You have the 5 kids there. I mean,
who has the nightmare version of a Coen Brothers film?
Let's go get Nathan Jr. But it's just, what do you do with this? I mean, I guess if you're a teacher, you can buy the babies as a group and then hand them out like for those fake. You're a mother, you're a father, where you get paired up with the other person for high school. I don't know why you would want this. It's just kind of mortifying and scary.
Oh yeah, it's horrific.
Yeah, it's bad.
It is horrific. I've had these for a while, reads the description.
I bet.
And don't have time to test them or room to store them. I'm sorry, test them for what?
What are we using, though? Medical science.
They sell for around $50 to $90 each on eBay, but here's your bargain at $99 for all 5.
Boom. Yeah. Created a vaccine. I'm going to test it on my plastic baby. Here we go. Oh, yes. No flu for you.
Wow.
It's the new
bring in vaccine testing. I mean, honestly, if I could clap with my other hand right now, bravo. Bravo. Who had that on their bingo card?
Do they come with the diapers? I mean, that's
Matt Bear is Alex Jones Midwest. Who knew?
I got a bulletproof vest to sell you. It also keeps you away from STDs.
Frogs, I tell you. God, you know what? I would like that guy if I didn't think him such a scumbag. I swear, it's me. Going back to Michelle Malkin days, just a horrific thing to witness. You know what? We'll save it for another day. They're all in decent shape. All have a diaper on.
Yes.
The same thing can be said about Joe Biden. And sale includes a few articles of clothing for them. Great for high school classes to show how much work caring for a baby is.
And the truth will set you free.
So, Matt Bear, $99, you in or out?
Oh, I'm so out. I mean, even with the added value of the diapers, I don't think this is something that I would want presented in my house at any time. But thank you. Thank you for offering.
We can buy these and we can donate these.
Oh, man.
To a school.
Finally. 5 plastic
babies. Because
babies.
Matt Bear is always teaching about abstinence, even when he doesn't want to.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. I just want to bring these plastic babies into a school in a box and be like, here, I have a box of babies, and just walk out. I don't know. I think that'd be fun. Here's a box of babies.
Here's your box of babies.
Got a box of babies. Bigger than a bread box. Sorry.
I honestly think Matt Bear should be the one teaching abstinence.
It'd be such
at all times,
class.
and this will be his theme song.
No one else was in the room where it happened.
I just get one of those police cabinets with all the pills and be like, don't take that, don't take that, don't take that. You're good.
Yeah. That's Matt Bear.
That's it. That's all you need. You'll never want to have sex again.
If you want these dolls, they're there on the marketplace. Everything we do is listed at WIBC.com. The marketplace brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your next car, your next truck, your next fleet vehicle, it's at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. They have got the deals because they have the employee pricing. It is there for you across a full line of your favorite trucks and SUVs, the F-150s, the Super Duties, the Explorers, the Expeditions, and of course, they've got the Bronco, which I'm driving right now. They've got the Edge, that balance of practicality and style, the fuel economy, the safety features. Everything is at Andy Moore Ford. Good people. Really enjoyable people, and people you can talk to and work with, and you can try this and talk to them about that and get this explained. It's been fantastic working with Andy Moore Ford. I have purchased vehicles from Andy Moore Ford, used and new, and if you want to sell a vehicle, they will give you the tippity-toppity dollar of all the tippity-toppity dollars. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. Talk to them today. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's Andy Moore, M-O-H-R, andymoreford.com. And that is traffic on the 5s, and that is Matt Barrett. What's going on?
All right, Tony, northwest side crash, eastbound 465 between 865 and Michigan Road. It's on the left shoulder, causing stop-and-go traffic back to West 79th Street. Northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic, Southport Road to Edgewood Avenue. Again, after South Keystone Avenue to Raymond Street. That gets into the construction that we're having. And then southbound 6570, stop-and-go north split down to Fletcher. On the east side, northbound 465, slow 70 up to Penn Pike, and inbound 70 a little bit tight. Shadeland Avenue, then to Emerson Avenue. Inbound 69, slow 106 down to 96th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
You probably have a dream retirement in mind, but do you know how to get there? The difference between dreaming and living your ideal retirement comes down to having the right plan. And that's where Howard Bailey Financial can help. At Howard Bailey Financial, we've created a free retirement toolkit to help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Text DREAM to 888-262-1104 to download your free retirement toolkit that includes a retirement checklist, Social Security decisions guide, estate planning guide, and more. We want your dream retirement to be your reality. And it starts by texting DREAM to 888-262-1104. Let us help you take the next step toward the retirement of your dreams. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Don Fisher here for QC Kinetics. I want to share with you the best thing I've done for my knee pain. I've been hearing commercials about the groundbreaking treatments that QC Kinetics offers for months. Meantime, my chronic knee pain had hit an all-time high threshold. I wanted to stay active and enjoy playing golf again without the pain. So I decided to call and book an appointment. And what I found out was that QC Kinetics is the non-surgical solution. I have no knee pain and feel like I did 10 years ago. And it's all because of the non-invasive therapy from QC Kinetics.
Discover the solution to joint pain with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. For a free consultation, call 463-282-6886.
I'm back to playing golf and enjoying life. Take it from me, this is the best call you can make to relieve your orthopedic pain.
For your free consultation, call QC Kinetics today. 463-282-6886. 463-282-6886.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
So the WNBA has determined that there was no bigotry that took place. There was not at all a racist statement made by Fever fans at that game with the Chicago Sky. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I'm very happy to see not only that a statement was made by the Fever in response to the recently concluded investigation. Pacer Sports and Entertainment CEO Mel Raines issues the following statement. We appreciate the swift and thorough process undertaken by the WNBA to investigate these allegations, which were not substantiated. At Gainbridge Fieldhouse, we are committed to providing the best possible basketball experience for players and fans where hate speech has absolutely no place. Indiana is home to the world's greatest fans, and we look forward to an exciting season of Fever basketball. There was an account that I thought was the Indiana Fever, but it's not actually the Indiana Fever, saying we demand an apology. And I'm like, that is actually what the Fever should be doing. They deserve an apology. The Pacers deserve an apology, and I think the Pacers should demand an apology. The Fever should demand an apology, starting with the Chicago Sky that lied about Hoosier fans. Because, I mean, that's the fun thing to do, right? Oh, Indiana will just claim racism. You know, everyone will buy into that. I wouldn't believe anything Angel Reese said. You want to be the heel? Be the heel. That would have been fine if your play could actually keep up with the words that you say. But you're not even that. You're not even that. It's beyond fraudulent. You took an entire organization and you said, let's throw them under the bus. You keep hurting the WNBA. Don't get me wrong. The WNBA does plenty to itself. Players promoting what a good guy George Floyd was. Stop it. The WNBA knows they're wrong. Say so. Well, the guys could say it. WNBA, you're not the guys. You could say whatever you want, but it's going to come back to haunt. This idea that hate speech was put in Angel Reese's direction, that nothing was substantiated. Where is the penalty for Angel Reese? Where is the penalty for doing harm to the reputation of Indiana and the Fever and the Pacers organization and Gainbridge Fieldhouse? Where's the penalty? These people deserve to be punished. You can't lie. By the way, Angel Reese, if someone says they think you stink, they think you're terrible, they think you're awful, not hate speech. You're not great. By WNBA standards, you're not great. Rebounds, listen, if you want to make a career being Dennis Rodman, I'm not going to tell you no, but you're not Dennis Rodman. And every time something doesn't go your way, is this going to be the claim? Oh, look what happened again. And on a very personal level, it's going after Hoosiers and just enough. I don't think we should take it, which is why I would like to see the Pacers organization as a whole say this is unacceptable. We're not going to take this. I would like to see them standing up for Hoosiers and for the people who come to these games. If you go to a game and every time you go to a game, someone's going to call you a bigot, right? Someone's going to make some accusation. Do you keep wearing the jersey of the team you're going to see? No, they associate it with bigotry and then you don't. That's what's happening here. It's cheap. And I'm saying the Chicago Sky are cheap and Angel Reese is cheap. And if you say to me, Tony, she actually thought she heard it, everybody gets one? What happens when there's another allegation and another and another? And I'm not even saying that someone won't say something stupid from time to time. People do stupid things from time to time. They went after the organization. They went after Indiana. I don't want to take that. I don't think that we should. I don't think the Fever should. I think they deserve better. Even at times where I think they don't treat themselves better, they deserve better than this. And the Pacers should say so. And they should very loudly say it to set the tone. that we've got Caitlin Clark and we've got the premier WNBA team, and we're not going to be pushed around. We're going to push back so hard, you're not going to know what happened. If you got a problem with that, well, then, bless your heart. Matt Bear has got traffic.
Northeast side, inbound 69 slow from 106th Street, 282nd. And a crash on the northwest side. It's eastbound 465 between 865 and Michigan Road, covering the left shoulder, causing stop-and-go traffic back to West 79th Street. And slow through the construction, northbound 65 Keystone to the split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online drexelin.com. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with XFi Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 6195, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Big Joe here for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical.
With a B&W Premier Club membership, you'll stay ahead of breakdowns and costly repairs. Our members get routine maintenance, priority scheduling, and exclusive discounts, saving you money and keeping your family comfortable all season long. Visit bplusw.com or call 317-214-0108 for more information.
B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, your American Standard dealer since 1961.
Guys who are on top of their game choose We Grow Hair Indy. People like Rajiv Ram, two-time Olympic medal winner. Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com and you'll see who these champions are. They knew We Grow Hair Indy had the technology and results to grow their hair back. I chose We Grow Hair Indy because I knew it was a great way to get my confidence back every time I looked in the mirror. Get your confidence back. Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 317-522-2995 for a free in-person or virtual evaluation.
Since we opened our doors, UC Bank has been committed to the communities we call home. Building financial wellness, UC is proud to offer customized lending strategies and innovative resources to our vibrant communities. UC Bank, building community one family, one street, one city at a time. Member FDIC.
Life moves fast.
We move fast.
Get moving fast.
It's not business as usual.
So does the news.
I could be a stupid person and say, oh, no, we don't want a free plane.
Decisions made today.
The United States and China announcing a 90-day pause.
Could impact you tomorrow.
Goldman Sachs adjusting its 2025 economic outlook.
The issues, some solutions.
What's next?
I'll let you know at the appropriate time. Gotta stay tuned.
We're already tracking it.
Strong borders.
Stay in the know while you're on the go on 93 WIBC.
When you golf in Missouri, the courses are so close, you'll spend more time on the fairway than the freeway. After the back nine, enjoy world-class dining and distilleries, shops, spas, museums, and more. Find your new golf MO at visitmo.com.
The WIBC mashup is everything you love, from fiery debates to laugh-out-loud takes, all in one podcast. No weak sauce. Just the best of the day each weekday. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what Pat McAfee said to a sold-out Gainbridge Fieldhouse crowd, what the Pacers did that sent the crowd into a frenzy, and what one fan did to another fan during a Pacers watch party. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock. A Russian reaction to a Trump criticism. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Days after the president called Russian leader Vladimir Putin absolutely crazy, and he's playing with fire as the war in Ukraine rages.
Putin's lackey, Dmitry Medvedev, who served as the bridge between Putin's presidential terms, has posted an implicit threat as President Trump is weighing these harsh sanctions on Russia. Medvedev writes, regarding Trump's words about Putin playing with fire and really bad things happening to Russia, I only know of one really bad thing, World War III. I hope Trump understands this. It comes after President Trump expressed frustration that Putin's continuing to stall peace talks while bombarding Ukraine.
That's Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is in Germany for talks with a new chancellor who's a big supporter of helping Ukraine battle Russia. In Gaza, chaos at a new food and distribution center. One Palestinian was killed, nearly 50 injured.
Crowds overwhelmed the position, which is being run by an Israeli and US-backed foundation. Eyewitnesses report hearing Israeli tank and gunfire and seeing a military helicopter firing flares. Humanitarian groups say people in Gaza are desperate for food after a near 3-month Israeli blockade.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. In a further attempt to crack down on pro-Palestinian protests that the Trump administration says allows anti-Semitism to flourish on college campuses. New interviews with foreign students who want to get a visa to come study here are on hold as they ramp up social media vetting. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce just told Fox.
Every sovereign nation has a right to make sure that they know who's in their nation and if they are safe to be here, and for the people who want to come to understand that there are expectations when you get here so that we don't have to take your visa and remove you.
This says the Trump administration and Harvard spar in court over attempts to block the university from enrolling new international students and freezing federal grants. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
They can book a trip to the NBA Finals on Thursday. You have a clear radar, 57 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We're going up to 70 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
Let's send these sons of back to New York with their ears. Bring it!
ESPN host and former Colts punter Pat McAfee firing up the crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse Tuesday night.
Let's turn this
And once the tip went up, so did the three-pointer.
He hands it to Siakam. Siakam drives and kicks. Turner wide open, near corner, and he hit a three. The Pacers have bridged the second and third quarters with a 12-point run. Timeout, New York.
Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. The Pacers hit 13 three-pointers, and they beat the Knicks 130-121. In game number 4, the Eastern Conference Finals, Tyrese Halliburton, a triple-double, 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 15 assists.
Yeah, I was just trying to be aggressive, man, just trying to play my best. I felt like I let the team down in game 3. Felt like I could have been so much better. So I felt like I responded the right way today.
The most important stat, no turnovers. Game 5 tomorrow in New York. The Pacers, again, have a shot to go to the NBA Finals. 2 different approaches to Pacers fanaticism. Chris Davis reports on one that's against the law.
Hans Perez and family arrive at Gainbridge Fieldhouse for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
I could have never imagined this welcome. I have Boomer here. I have all these fire trucks. I have Briggs here. I have the Pacemates here.
Perez is a New York City firefighter who took heat for his love of Indiana's team last week in NYC and was Tyrese Halliburton's special guest. But Saturday night, a Pacers fan from Carmel was arrested and charged with stabbing 2 Knicks fans at a pub in Carmel after some smack talk and after he was bounced. Police say Jarrett Funk now faces several felonies and could learn a lesson in Hoosier hospitality from the way Halliburton did it. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
One person is dead following a shooting this morning on the east side of Indianapolis, not too far from East Washington Street. The cops were called to a neighborhood along South Gladstone Avenue where they found somebody suffering from a gunshot wound. They took that person to the hospital, and that's where they died. Two possible witnesses told the cops that the shooting may have happened during a struggle for a gun. A 7-year-old nearly kidnapped at a movie theater. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
Police in Bloomington say a 22-year-old man with developmental disabilities tried to grab and drag a 7-year-old girl into the men's bathroom at the movie theater. Officers identified the man as Thomas Stinson, who was found in the parking lot of the theater after the girl escaped his grasp and ran to the lobby to report what had happened. Stinson was arrested and now faces preliminary charges of kidnapping and battery. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gas prices up and down like the stock market today. This morning, $3.05 a gallon, says Gas Buddy. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching for us, Matt Bear?
Ryan, looking at the northwest side, it's a crash. Northbound 465 and I-865. Left shoulder still covered, and traffic backed up to West 79th Street. I have a 9-minute delay. Northbound 65 on the south side, slow from Southport Road up to Edgewood Avenue, a little bit beyond. Then we slow down again after Keystone into the south split because of the lane reductions, the road construction that's adding another travel lane to I-65 in that area. By the way, you can expect lane reductions in that area until the end of next year. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage for a limited time. Go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. Another gloomy day today. We're going to be dodging some raindrops on and off throughout the daytime hours, most of which should be relatively light. We're still going to be on the cool side of things for at least this time of year. Today's high around 70. We'll dry out tonight. Partly cloudy skies, a low of 55. Thursday, partly cloudy. We'll see some scattered showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder late into the afternoon and evening. Should be a bit warmer. Thursday's high 73. Friday, some isolated morning showers, otherwise mostly cloudy with highs into the low 70s.
That right there is Marcus Bailey. Hey, just a silly question, Marcus. Have you ever had anybody, like with your identity and with your credit, try and open stuff in your name?
No, but it did happen to my wife this year, actually.
Yeah. Well, it just happened to me. So,
did it really?
Yeah, I don't know who Anna is, who just tried to open an American Express card in my name. But when I find you, Anna, it's going to get super ugly.
Yep.
Super duper ugly. What's the Liam Neeson thing? I have a unique set of skills.
That's right.
I just want to say for the record, that's Liam. My skills are not very unique, but man, is it going to be rough.
That's terrible. Oh.
Yeah, so.
You found that out this morning?
Well, so what happened was, like last week, I saw that a card shows up for me. It shows up for me. It's in my name, not in this Anna's name, my name. I'm like, wait a second, I didn't order that. I thought maybe it was a replacement for what I already had, and I looked, I'm like, oh no, that's not it. So now I'm looking, and there's this woman's name, Anna, which is oddly, I thought her name would be Ima, like I'm a dirty skank, and her name is Anna, which I don't think has anything I can rhyme with on radio.
No.
So I don't know, no charges yet, but I have to call American Express and be like, hey, this is happening.
That stinks. Sorry, man.
Oh, but if I find her, I'll do it on a live stream. Don't worry. Because it doesn't. And by the way, I don't even believe that her name is Anna. I don't believe it's her. Who knows who this is?
No way.
Right?
No way.
So.
No way. Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thanks. Thanks for caring.
I do. I care.
Just my whole identity being taken, right?
It's such a gross feeling. It's terrible. Ugh.
And you're just like, gotta go. Gotta spend that sweet TV cash, not worry about your American Express bill. Thanks, friend.
That's what I'm here for, Tony.
That's what you're here for. Fantastic. You're doing a great job. Terrific. 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard air dealer.
this will be another lawsuit. The United States halting student visa appointments. There's going to be further social media vetting. So all these people who are screaming, free Palestine and we support Hamas, you don't get to come. You're not welcome. Nobody wants you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I take that back. Marxists and terrorist supporters want you, but not us. The normal people, we don't want you. And you don't have any right to come, which is an important thing to note. And if any of the universities here in Indiana want to push this idea that the Trump administration can't get involved, we're getting involved. There's no right for a foreign student to be in the United States. And for Purdue, IU, Ball State, Notre Dame, Marion, name the place, we don't care how much money you get out of it. Doesn't mean anything to us. If it means you're going to have less to offer to the students that are there, we're also okay with it. There is no argument that can be made that says that you must take foreign students. Your problems are yours. We don't care. Don't want to hear it. You're going to raise the prices? Well, we won't be surprised. Purdue manages to hold firm. You don't have to do it, but if you do it, maybe we'll go someplace else. China is telling the United States, we urge the U.S. side to earnestly safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of international students, including those from China. Don't care about the students from China. Next. You care about the students in the United States? If you did, would you have been serving them all this TikTok garbage? Which, by the way, can we just throw out already? Can we be enough with TikTok? This clearly, we're in violation here by extending the ability for TikTok to operate in the United States. Put an end to this. There's no buyer. And no university should be engaged in suing the United States. The United States decides the immigration policy that includes this. And China calling on anything, do they protect international students and anybody's rights? Nah, that's China. What if the Uyghur Muslims want to study? What is that all right? No, okay. Glad we had this talk. By the way, if we're all going to talk about protecting the students, can the students in China look up what happened at Tiananmen Square? Or is that also, no, that's right. Sit down, China. Just sit there and slowly fade away. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Home sales are good, just not great. So many homes have been properly marketed or just sitting on the market. Hiring the wrong sales agent will cost you time and money. Hire the expert who maximizes equity and sells fast. That's Mark Dietel. Maybe you want a fast, guaranteed home sale, but you don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed-upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. There are no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Luke and Emma in Franklin said, we found the perfect piece of land and began building our new dream home, but we needed to sell our old place at the right price to fund the dream. We hired the Mark Dietel team and got multiple offers in the first weekend, closed in 25 days, and they negotiated for us to stay while we completed our new place. Selling was stress-free and profitable with Mark Dietel. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. Call Mark Dietel, 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct, and May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season. And right now, during their home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. Yes, half off. You heard right. You can upgrade your home with beautiful energy-efficient windows for half the cost. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months. That's a whole year to enjoy your new windows before you pay a single cent. And here's the cherry on top. You'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Now, some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and schedule your free in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today at 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Universal Windows Direct's home improvement season sale. Half off your windows, no interest, no payments for 12 months. 317-659-7574. Tell them Rob sent you.
Why do so many basement companies want half the money up front? Could it be because it's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they don't ask for a deposit until the job is done and you're completely satisfied. They even start with a free inspection to ensure you know exactly what your home needs without the guesswork. With over 35 years' experience, they've proven that trust is built on results, not deposits. Michaelis, building trust beneath your feet. Visit michaeliscorp.com.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, Tony, looking at inbound 69 crash on the exit to southbound 465. Okay, it's slowing down both directions of the exit to 465, but the crash is actually blocking the right lane on the southbound. Both ramps are open to 465, so that's good. Traffic is slow back to 96, which is not. Looking at westbound 70, stop and go in the north split on the flyover ramp to Meridian Bank. Crash cleanup continues on the northwest side. It's eastbound 465. At the 865 interchange, left shoulder is blocked. Traffic slow back to West 79th Street. Northbound 65 on the south side, slow from Edgewood Avenue up to 465. And stop-and-go traffic, Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping and code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
According to President Trump, Canada is considering an offer of free Golden Dome in exchange for becoming the 51st state. No, they're not. No, they're not. That someone said we'll consider it does not mean they're considering it. That is, no, they're not. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's not happening. Putting out on Truth Social, I told Canada, which very much wants to be part of our fabulous Golden Dome system, that it will cost $61 billion if they remain separate but unequal nation. If they remain a separate but unequal nation. But will cost $0 if they become our cherished 51st state. They are considering the offer. Gosh. Well, if you want to like mark your territory, place your marker on history, the acquisition of Canada is a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. You will be remembered in that regard. Unquestionable. But no, Canada's not considering this. And I don't even know if Canada considers being part of Golden Dome. Although I'm sure that the idea of security and that consideration has come up. I would have no doubt in my mind about that. We were talking about China and how there is no trust for the Communist Chinese Party. There never should be. You now have Korea taking a look at security risks posed by China-made inverters, which are in solar panels and batteries. And there's been talk of these devices in the United States from China have, quote, unexplained communication components. I can explain them. I can explain. China is spying on everything we do and say, every action, everything going across the net, everything happening in 5G, everywhere, all the time. Anybody who trusts the communist Chinese is out of their mind, is a dope. And no, I wouldn't let them have I wouldn't let the communist Chinese have any student visas. I wouldn't let them into the country. I wouldn't let the communist Chinese own land at all. And if you call me anything you want, call me a racist all you want, don't care. Your problem is your government. Government changes, everything will change. Until then, not interested in your thoughts. Not interested in whether or not you're angry. Not interested in whether you have some protest. This is what we're seeing. You can't deny reality. Oh, well, that's just made up. That's all just propaganda. Anti-Chinese propaganda. Communism is anti-humanity propaganda. So I don't care if you're insulted. Stop being pinkos. Stop being Chi-Coms. Stop being in support of the worst ideology, the most murderous ideology ever. Capitalism good, communism sucks. Now, I don't know why more universities haven't invited me to engage that conversation on their campus, but I am ready to go. How come I am not a professor somewhere like University of Indianapolis discussing this very thing? Shouldn't I be Professor Katz? I get a coat with patches, right? I get, like on the elbow, they like the tweed, right there. That's what I need. I need a coat. I need the patches. I get a pipe. By the way, this is the year of the pipe, and it is already. It's just about June. I haven't done it yet. This is the year of the pipe. I have never ever smoked a pipe. I smoke cigars. I've never done a cigarette. I have no interest. Thank you. Thank you very much. But a pipe, I have an interest, and I haven't done it yet. And this is the year to do it. And I have to head down to Bloomington. There's a pipe place there, and we're on the air for the midday show in Bloomington. And Briar and I never forget the Briar and the Burley. Thank you. Gosh, I never remember the name. I have yet to get down there, and some people have offered to hey, we could set something up. Hey, you should come down. We should do an event there. We should do an event there. I'm not saying no. We should head on down to Bloomington and do this. But yes, I got to get a pipe. So if you have any pipe advice or thoughts, I am all about it. I would appreciate it. But this all goes back to whether or not one trusts the Communist Chinese Party, and the answer is no. And yes, they are spying on all our communications, and anybody who trusts them is out of their mind. Then there's the Secret Service story. Oh, this one's good and embarrassing. Good and embarrassing. So you have outside of Barack Obama's D.C. home, which is worth $8 million. See what a Netflix deal can give you? And why do people run for office? That's where the money is. That's where the money is. So he's got Secret Service protection, the former president, and 2 female security agents, Secret Service agents, outside his house start getting into a fight. Can I get a supervisor down to Delta 2 immediately before I whoop this girl's? Yep. That's the call. Both were suspended. There's going to be an internal investigation. These 2 are getting fired. They're getting fired, and the video is not flattering. I believe is the term. There was a story, I didn't know this, a Secret Service agent assigned to then Vice President Kamala Harris got into a physical fight with her fellow agents. I didn't know this was a thing. I know it's a thing that happened in the Secret Service. I wonder what the commonality is. I wonder what the issues are. I got to be curious about how they do their hiring. And maybe these are some of the things that are changing. A better Secret Service, a more protective Secret Service. People who are actually qualified to protect. Interesting. But yeah, I can't imagine Kevin Curran putting up with any of this at all. Embarrassing stuff. Embarrassing for the agency, for sure. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. Matthew, what is going on?
It's the south side version of I-69. Northbound 69 crash before Harding, blocking the right lane. No delay at the moment. The northeast version of 69 southbound at the 465 interchange. We have a crash, and it's on the ramp to eastbound 465, blocking the right lane. But both directions are slow because of that crash. And exiting to I-465 from southbound 69 puts you in a backup to 106th Street. On the northwest side, it is a crash. Northbound 465 at 865, left shoulder covered in traffic slow back to 86th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob. It's going to be a heck of a show Wednesday. Jerry Lopez in for Casey. Abdul will be here. Jim Merritt will be here. Let's have a day. We'll see you 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Concord Exteriors. Don't wait to beautify your home for summer for a fresh, brand new, beautiful new look and increased home value. New siding by Concord Exteriors is the answer. From James Hardy Fibersmith siding to a big array of vinyl siding colors and styles, the experienced pros at Concord have all the choices. Help your home find the fountain of rough. There's also a lifetime workmanship warranty and over 10,000 satisfied customers. For your free estimate, call Concord Exteriors 317 Roofing or visit ConcordExteriors.com. Tell them I sent you.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
It's JMV for Sundown Gardens and Miss M's Home and Garden. The Memorial Day sale is here. 20% off container trees and shrubs and 30% off pottery now through June the 1st. Finish off your yard and garden for the summer with annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets still in stock. And save 20% off container trees and shrubs and 30% off pottery at the Memorial Day sale at Sundown Gardens at 186th and Spring Mill Road in Westfield and Miss M's Home and Garden on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 6195, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Hammer and Nigel.
Trump 2028. Somebody's buddy's like, open up the rock, throw them all out there, middle of the ocean.
I'll even get Michael Bay. Let's get Michael Bay. Great director.
We're going to rename San Francisco Bay Michael Bay. We're going to open up Alcatraz. And we're going to make Canada pay for it. I'm here for it all, man. I am here for it all.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
911, what's your emergency?
Por favor, necesito ayuda. Está volando y creo que me va a pegar otra vez.
I will get someone to speak with you. Please stay on the line.
Hola, tengo su ubicación. Ayuda está en camino.
Getting past a language barrier is critical when first responders help Hoosiers. That's why the State 911 Board provides special tools for non-English speaking citizens to communicate with emergency services.
Si estás en peligro, aunque no hables inglés, podrás recibir ayuda en una emergencia rápidamente.
All Indiana 911 centers began offering translation services in over 240 languages in 2019. Now, people can send text messages for help in their native language to 911 and receive a translated text back from the dispatcher. It's of great help to the deaf and speech impaired and to those in select dangerous situations.
Cuando llame o envíe un texto al 911, un servicio de traducción se asegurará que entiendan lo que está diciendo.
For more information, visit in911.net.
Gracias, gracias.
911. Before you text, voice is best.
Another update is just minutes away.
Russia takes a little more of Ukraine. 4 border villages, 367 drones and missiles.
Hear the news.
The Indy 500 $20 million purse.
It's overwhelming. It's amazing. As events happen.
A shooting just a block north of Cambridge Fieldhouse. Man was shot. He's in bad shape.
We'll happen to be there.
Kayaker found a man's body floating in the Fall Creek in the water for quite some time.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors. For 1951 cabinetry, visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Lawsuits and revocations. Your radar is clear. It's 57 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We are expecting rain a little bit later this morning. High going up to 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:31.
We will use and have been using every tool in our tool chest to make sure that we know who it is that wants to come into this country.
That's Tammy Bruce, State Department spokesperson, speaking with Fox News a couple of minutes ago about the agency halting scheduling of interviews of new visas for foreign students.
Every sovereign nation has a right to make sure that they know who's in their nation and if they are safe to be here.
And this comes as the Trump administration facing a lawsuit over an effort to bar Harvard University from enrolling international students. Police say a young Hoosier girl was nearly kidnapped at a Bloomington movie theater. Jarrett Lewis has that report.
The 7-year-old girl and her friend were exiting the restroom when investigators say a 22-year-old man grabbed one by the arm and attempted to drag her into the men's restroom. I'm Jarrett Lewis. The young girl began screaming and had her mouth covered by the man, but was able to kick her way out of his hold. Officers found 22-year-old Thomas Stinson in the parking lot of the theater later on, along with his caregiver. Despite them saying he had developmental disabilities, officers say Stinson knew right from wrong and was arrested on preliminary charges of kidnapping and battery. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Most people need a refresher course in history, says Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith.
The pushback I'm getting just kind of highlights that people don't know history, right? Our public education system has failed us dramatically when it comes to teaching proper history. And we have a lot of revisionist history professors at places around the nation and higher academic institutions and in our public schools.
And that was Beckwith speaking to reporters after a town hall in Zionsville on Tuesday night. He says he's still catching flack over a comment he made that was misconstrued about Three-Fifths compromise. Delphi killer Richard Allen's legal defense cost Carroll County taxpayers nearly $1 million. Here's Chris Davis.
You might wonder what cost so much. Itemized, it looks like that paid for the attorneys Andrew Baldwin and Brad Rossi. Also transcriptions, mileage, doctors, and crime scene specialists. That was from January of 23 until Allen's appeal was filed in March. The court rejected about $51,000 in expenses overall because no receipts or formal requests were provided. It's still not clear how much the prosecution cost. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A special welcome to the capital city for Game 4, the Eastern Conference Finals, for a New York City firefighter who is a guest of Tyrese Halliburton. His name is Hans Perez.
This is insane. This is crazy that all of this from a tragic moment that could have went really bad, and to see a lot of great people see that moment and to understand that's not right and that shouldn't happen.
You may remember or may have seen a social media video where New Yorkers were dumping trash on Perez simply for wearing a Tyrese Halliburton jersey. And the Pacers got the last laugh in that one. Here's sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Last night at Cambridge Fieldhouse.
Halliburton for Indiana, left to right in yellow, down the right side, gliding through the air and laying it in. It's his third 30-point game of the playoffs.
Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Halliburton had a night of all nights, 32 points, 15 assists, 12 boards, no turnovers. Pacers beat the Knicks 130-121. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. One more win until the NBA Finals.
I just want to be able to prove that I can respond when my back's against the wall, when our team's back is against the wall. This is a big win for us because if we go back there 2-2, probably a little different momentum-wise.
They can wrap it up. Game 5 Thursday at Madison Square Garden. The WNBA says there's zero evidence of racist claims made by Fever fans during a May 17th game, which they played the Chicago Sky. You may remember Chicago Sky star Angel Reese throwing a fit, and after the game, the investigation was launched. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Inbound 69, crash on the exit to southbound 465. The ramp is open. It is partially blocked in those exit lanes. Slow back to 106th Street. Crash clear northbound 465 on the northwest side in the 865 ramp. Still slow to 86th Street. Northbound 65 slows after I-465 up to 86. Westbound 70 slow in the flyover ramp in the north, split out to Meridian Penn, and northbound 65 on the south side. Slow traffic after Southport Road to Edgewood Avenue. And again, Raymond into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight.
Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. And to those people asking, yes, we've already frozen the credit and done all the things. We had to do stuff with our bank over the weekend. Someone's trying to steal my stuff. Opening cards in my name. I mean, they're not doing anything cool yet, like, registering for porn sites. They're just doing the boring stuff. So lame. But yeah, I'm going through it. Right now, we have got Dow futures down one. Nothing happening at all. NASDAQ futures up 49. Abercrombie and Fitch is up 25%. Now, this is the headline from CNBC. Work it through with me. You know more than I do. Abercrombie and Fitch, that's the clothing store that only Matt Bear could actually fit into. Abercrombie and Fitch soars 25%, even as retailer slashes profit outlook due to tariffs. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with that. Oh, okay, wait. There are two different things happening. So they beat expectations, top line and bottom line. But looking ahead, they're slashing the profit guidance because tariffs are real. And then there's this. You know what? Forgive me. I didn't get the show sheet up the last couple days there at TonyKatz.com. I will get that done. There's this story about the first sale rule. I'll get with Dr. Matt Willen and I'll figure it out. So it's how businesses are trying to work around the tariff situation. Customs law says that the first sale rule allows U.S. importers to use the price of the first sale in a series of transactions to calculate your customs duties. So follow it. Manufactured in China is the good. They manufacture a T-shirt, and they sell it to a group in Hong Kong. And then Hong Kong sells that to a retailer in the U.S. Then the retailer in the U.S. sells it to you. So let's say It's from the vendor, it's $5. From the manufacturer, it's $5. Then to the vendor, it's $10. Then to the U.S. Retailer, then to you. So let's say it costs you $40 for this $5 shirt. Well, the business doesn't have to pay the tariff on the 40. You can pay the tariff on the 5 because that was the first engagement of a sale. Interesting. Interesting. Doesn't change the fact that prices go up. Doesn't change the fact that businesses have changed the way they get goods and how they're dealing with these things. They're looking for other places to source stuff, and you might still see more empty shelves for a while. But just how that works, I thought that was kind of interesting. We'll get with Dr. Matt Will and see where things are. West Texas crude, as we look at oil prices, at $61.61 a barrel. Brent crude coming out of the ocean, $64.79. The 10-year Treasury at 4.452, which would put 30-year fixed at what? 30-year fixed is now completely at 7%. Yeah, 7.02. Right? The national average, according to Bankrate, is 6.95. How do we not have a mortgage company to sponsor this? We do this all the time. How do we not have a bank or a mortgage company sponsor? Honestly, I don't even understand you people sometimes. We'll see where housing is in central Indiana. I'll try and pull that data as well. But the slashing of guidance is now the thing. And I wonder if we're at a place where they don't have to do it. They just feel like they should because it will be protective of them down the road. Right? You don't want to be somebody slashing guidance, but, the tariffs, I don't know. We got to change this. We're not sure. And it gives them flexibility. So no matter what the result is, they can say, well, you see, the problem is those dang those pesky tariffs, which they are, but it gives them an out. I'm curious to see that as well. Also, Ford with a recall of a little over 1 million of vehicles because of issues with the rearview camera software. 2021 through 2024 Bronco, F-150 Edge, the Escape, and a couple other on the F-Series trucks. Expedition, the Transit, some of the Lincolns. Ford saying it's aware of one allegation of a minor crash resulting in property damage. So you can talk to your local dealership and get that taken care of. In a world of recalls, a small one, but still, get it fixed. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
If you're pressed for time, the WIBC Mashup Podcast is your shortcut to the smartest, sharpest, and strangest moments on air. It's the best content from Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Updated daily. Find the WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts.
Your cash is waiting for you at indianaunclaimed.gov. Just text my name. Text Tony to 46220 and get your cash. And this is your cash. That's what unclaimed property is. It's not real estate. It's not a car. It's not a storage facility. It is dollars that are trying to get back to you. Insurance proceeds. They didn't know where to send it. A money order or a refund. They didn't know where to get it to you. It could have been cash that was in a safety deposit box, whatever the case may be. The Attorney General now has this cash, and they have one job, to get it back to you. That's why we have indianaunclaimed.gov. Fast, easy, and free. Just go to indianaunclaimed.gov, put in your basic information. Next thing you know, you'll know if cash is waiting for you. You can also text my name, Tony, Tony, text Tony to 46220, and boom, you will be finding out if cash is waiting for you. It is fast, it is easy, it is free, and it is your money. So go get it. indianaunclaimed.gov.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. You see, Indiana weather is like the markets, completely unpredictable. Sometimes we get a little sun and 20% of this, and it's all maybe. So where do you get peace of mind through all of this uncertainty when it comes to managing your money? That's Trajan Wealth. Trajan Wealth, the fiduciary advisors at Trajan are your answer with a solid, customized financial portfolio that's made for you, your personality, designed for what you want for your retirement, including your timeline. Call today for your first consultation. It's free. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. You can feel secure with Trajan Wealth. They're Hoosier through and through, hard working, employing smart money management strategies, and always loyal at their foundation. Call today and learn more about these strategies at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Bear, what's going on?
Northeast side crash on the exit from southbound 69 to 465, specifically on the exit ramp to southbound 465 is slowing down both directions right now. Traffic is backed up to 106th Street in that exit lanes to I-465 from southbound 69. Northwest side northbound 65 stop and go 465 past 71st Street, and east side northbound 465 slows from I-70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go with pros, go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 58 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
You're not even trying. Not even trying. Tony Katz in 93 WIBC. Good morning. Don't bother sending me your text. Don't bother putting it in the chat room. I've got this. Anything with Marquee Post, I understand. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl chooses a television show from yesteryear. I have to guess what the television theme is. Turn it up. In the pantheon of great television theme songs with a killer bass line, you have Seinfeld. You have Barney Miller, which is probably the very best. And you have this, with maybe the greatest television character ever created in Dan Fielding. This is Night Court. Yeah. Who didn't get this? Who didn't get this? All I know is they had two older women playing the bailiff along with Bull, whose name was Richard Mall, and they both died. The actresses both died in real life. So then they replaced her. Oh, Marcia. Oh, I forget her last name. They replaced her with a younger actress so she wouldn't die. It was very messed up. Very messed up. Yeah, Night Court. Night Court was fun TV. Dan Fielding was excellent. Dan Fielding was an excellent character. That wasn't the name of the actor. I forget the name of the actor right now. He went on to do a bunch of smaller things. He played the lawyer, the president's lawyer in The West Wing for a couple of episodes. He did very well. Very well. Enjoyed him quite a bit. On Tony Katz today, we'll talk more about Trump claiming that Canada is considering being the 51st state. They are not doing that. The travel warnings to places like Venezuela and Italy, and Trump recognizing that Vladimir Putin is no friend. Correct. Now, there was a piece by Noah Rothman over at National Review, What We Lost in Trump's Peace Process. I'll give you to read it. I'm not somebody who believes all is lost. If you want to argue that time was lost, I think that's fine. You could argue that time was lost and therefore lives were lost, therefore money was lost in not dealing with Russia properly, which is to say that they cannot be trusted at all or in any way. They are an expansionist power, and those like Tucker Carlson were wrong. Just wrong. He's not wrong about everything. He's wrong about that. That they are a threat and they aren't going to be appeased, and most importantly, they don't care about your peace process. They're not interested in making you look good. They're interested in what they're interested in, which is this land in Ukraine, and then the eventual overtaking of all of Ukraine, and then Poland. They are who they are, and they are interested in what they're interested in. So, what comes next? The story out of the Wall Street Journal. The U.S. reinforces Europe's northern front, fearing war with Russia. Sounds about right. Why do you think you saw all these Baltic nations moving heaven and earth to become a part of NATO? They never wanted it. They didn't want to anger Russia. Then they saw that under Biden, they were going to have to actually protect themselves. And they said, well, I guess we're going to have to join now. And they joined NATO faster than you could say hello. That's one of the stories we will be covering. Of course, the Pacers up 3-1 against the Knicks, taking it back to New York. The win yesterday. It was a great game. I was there. It was a terrific game, high energy crowd. People had a good time. It was nice to see the fight because they were in it. They never ever relented. I mean, that's the part that I think that kind of captures your imagination about these guys. They don't. They keep at it. They keep on it. They keep on it. They keep at it. No quit, which was what made the Sunday game disappointing. Is like they kind of slowed down, and you're like, why? And even Halliburton in kind of his post game stuff was like, you know what, I wasn't aggressive enough in Game 3. That is accurate. That's learning. Liked it quite a bit. So great game. And for those of you who might be flying out to New York to see that game, I am not, unless somebody has tickets. In which case, I'm buying. I'm in. I'm on the plane. Let's go. Oh, I'll wear the Pacers jersey and everything. They want to throw garbage at me? Let's go. I've only got one arm, but I'll take them on. Southwest Airlines is now going to charge a fee for your baggage. So this, yesterday was the last day. So if you book today, luggage is $35 for the first checked bag, $45 for a second checked bag. So no longer 2 bags for free. Not even a bag for free. What if I get like the super fancy ticket? Right? They don't have a first class, but they do have a super fancy ticket. Is that still? I don't know. Point is, if you've got Knicks tickets, I'm flying. I'm in. Let's go to work. I will report from there. Knicks fans aren't scary. They're Knicks fans. Please. I'll catch you guys at noon. Matt Barrett's got traffic.
All right, northeast side crash, southbound 69 to southbound 465 crash on the exit ramp.